All right, get myself in here, organized there. Huh? Woo! Y'all, what is good? Boy, that looks so terrible. Y'all, I hope everybody's having a good one out there. Happy Wednesday. I know I got my clean it. There we go. Oh, still messy, right? Man, what is good, everybody? Happy Wednesday, the 12th, March. That's what it be. We is he live, man. I'm back from my interview a little bit and starting the live a little bit early. It went good. Waiting on a call back. That's how this is always working. That's how it always works. I hope everybody is having a good one, man. Big up there. Yes, we got what? Manipulation, Mandela effects, conspiracy theories, and more, I believe, is up on there today, man. It is what it is. Big ups. Big ups, big ups, big ups. This whole life is crazy, man. World is crazy. Astronauts gonna come home sometime this week. It's so weird. And you got my mind gone crazy. The manipulation of this world. So, yeah, we'll get into that. It is crazy. It is very odd. It's still got my mind boggled. When we would get in, we're probably gonna be live for about an hour and a half today. Probably take this to about 2:30ish. Because I gotta do some cleaning. I gotta clean this house a little bit. So you know how that works. Oh man. But craziness. I don't even know where to start, to tell you the truth. Where do we start? How do we start? Oh no. Let me wrap my mind around some things real quick. I'm still on They Clone Tyrone. I'm still on this route. My mind has got a screw loose, I should say, on it, man. If you see the video I posted this morning before I had to leave go to my interview, um, man, yeah, psychedelics never seem to not amaze me and teach me what it needs to do, when it needs to do it, exactly what it needs to. Of all these things that's been going on in this world and going on in my world and my awakening experiences, that I've came and still going through. um, the other night I had a dream that I woke up in my dream and I was still dreaming. As I was woken up in my dream as I'm still dreaming. I literally and I got out my dream in my dream, woke up out of bed. It was weird. I remember the covers over my face. They were like black and white sheets, and it was, and it's like had like a, I wouldn't say a cross, but it was like a design kind of. I don't know if anybody's ever seen Planet of the Apes, the newer one, and where Caesar draws on his window, on the wall, the mirror, the window that he's looking through when he's living in the house. But that was kind of like the pattern, and it was just, I could do. I was being shaken up, waking up, and I opened my eyes and I lift the cover up, and it was in my dream. So it was. I had to look it up. It was part of an awakening experience. When you wake up in a dream, as you're dreaming, it's part of a level, evolutional step or upgradable step or a spiritual step of enlightenment. And it's weird. Some call it false awakening. It's called false awakening within a dream. Which is what it was categorized, but it goes on deep there. But with that going on, my dreams have been like that lately anyway. And can I clone Tyrone, or they clone Tyrone, blew me out the water. And I saw it before, and I got all the justs of it and everything else, but I never saw it, under influence on a psychedelic. And I had some hidden, for just whenever. So I decided to take it and watch they clone Tyrone and dude, the whole cloning thing. Yeah, cool. We already know that shit. But man, what the water, the drinks, the food, beer, the fact that they can manipulate, and they manipulated a town, dude. Manipulated a town of clones, and that was craziness to me. Nala kitty cat, if you don't stop. That was crazy. And it's been in my mind, but it was the whole sound, vibrations, music. I mean, this cat knows it's being weird. It was the sounds, the vibrations, the music, the tones, ah, the frequencies. It was what got me. It's what got me. Ah, that was crazy. That was weird. It's still on my mind a little bit, but it is what it is. It is what it is. But man, but also the fact that it was just so thrown in our face, provident that it was so thrown in our face. The whole they told you everything. There's been movies that tell you everything, but they told you everything. And they just put it to a black community, so most people would overlook at it and like, oh yeah, we already know they do that to urban. So it was just man, the manipulation. But yet the fact that half the people that you might meet too in this world might not even be real. We might even be real. That is the craziest thing too. What's going on, Mom? It's even the craziest thing too. We might not be the originals. I'm as live as I could be, but man, I was just thinking about it. Like it's just so Blade Runner ish. Everything, dude. The manipulation we have been programmed into is beyond imagination. Beyond the imagination. I mean, it's you imagine it's fucking been done, and that's the scary thing. And that's what the thing it is. It's scary to think that kind of manipulation in the world can happen. Even Mandela effects, conspiracy theories is also a tool of manipulation in a way, you know, give or take on what sense you want to put it on, for ones that can't understand, like the Mandela effects or conspiracy theories or have that own free will of thought, it's going to manipulate them. It's just going to manipulate them. It's going to happen. And that's, also part, I guess, control, but you can't really put Mandela effects as part of the control unless they're also doing it self, which they are. So I guess you can in a control group, but even you know, you throw conspiracies, you throw these things out, and it's a way to see how the masses manipulate or how they handle the truth. We saw the whole alien disclosure. We didn't give a damn, you know. Nobody cared, and I thought, that was the such the weirdest thing too. It was like nobody blinked an eye on the aliens. Yeah, aliens are real. Okay, it is the manipulation, man. It is crazy, but you know, isn't this whole world, our whole process, our whole thing, this whole thing of reality manipulation anyway? Uh, a view through a consciousness. I don't know. I'm trying to justify what was it, but what my downloads I'm getting, and it's making them all sense, and it's still crazy to me. Anyways, man. Oh man, how's everybody? We're 10 minutes. I'll just go in. Well, live didn't start till 1. And I figured I'd come in and jump in. Let's get it moving. It is. The manipulation is good and bad. Just in a way, it could be good, it could be bad. It all depends how it is used. MK Ultra, Flash. All of it, man. It's crazy. The Jacob's Ladder projects. politicians manipulate. Not, I mean, yeah. Well, that's true. They're all on the same side, and it's all same. It's all been programmed. It's, you know what I mean. That's that manipulation of the masses. I think they turn it in. I think they're turning the Mandela effect into a manipulation. You know, I really do think they, you know, the gaslighting area with that, you know, they are trying to manipulate the ones that are starting to see it to make it be a false memory, you know, throw it in your face so you know, you don't believe it, make it a movie, or you know, you do a commercial. Oh no, you make fun of it, you're making fun of all the people that remember that, and then you know, you get the ones that don't believe or on the fence, and they, oh, they're just making, you know, oh yeah, there was never no tea in Skechers, you know, that kind of crap, and it happens, you know. Even I try to think the other ones they've been messing around with. I mean, they did shit. Shazam's the biggest one, truly. But I think they, you know, him faking, you know, them redoing that little snippet of the movie and throwing it all out there with all those Mandela effects. In a sense, that, you know, that was a process of manipulation too. But you can't manipulate the ones that it truly affects, you know, to the core, and then keep going down these roads. Because, you know, usually when you see one Mandela effect, you see multiple after that, you know, and it just confirms and confirms, you know, just on and on and on. I love that though. That's the cool shit about it. That once you start going down that rabbit hole, you start seeing them, they just they keep on appearing and appearing and keep on coming. Especially when you first get into it, it's data overload. You question your memories. You ask anybody you know. It's, oh, but I guess that's in our form of a, you know, manipulation too. You know, but it's really not. It's awareness, because, you know, it could be awareness. Yeah, you don't. You bring somebody to awareness. It's not manipulation. You just guide them. Oh, I believe it. Oh, I believe. I would, you know, I want to start. I hate saying false memories because Mandela effect's definitely not false memories. Definitely not false memories. It is a alternate reality, not alter reality, be an unlived reality or unfit getting memory. You know what I mean? Because it's funny when we was at the conference, we kind of came to the conclusion like false memory. I hate the fact. I hate that, you know, false memory on this is such a. I hate the word. I just hate it because it's not false memory. It's an unlived reality that somebody else has lived or you have lived as well, or a relivable reality or memory too, because it's, you know, it's, we're all in different points of time and points of reality. So, and that's why I hate false memory, because that's because you don't remember it that way. Doesn't mean Joe's gonna remember that way, or he's not gonna remember it that way. Just because I remember something that way, it could be way opposite than what it is and be remembered now. So I think that too is such a, you know, a valuable thing too as well. It's just like, wow, it's just a different reality. In reality, yeah, it's no wrong. It's one reality. Well, yeah, different things. I don't know, different multi universes, different times. You know, I think I hate to say time, but points of time, exact moments of time. You know, memory. But it is. It's definitely not false memories. It's a memory that somebody's lived, we've all lived, multiple people's lived, and it's what it is. And you can't take core memories away from your reality. You might want to try to suppress them and forget, But memories are there, and I'm ever since I was a kid, my mom always said I can retain anything. It's like she called me a Sith because I they used to play Trivia Pursuit, the old Trivia Pursuit games, and I remember the answers. Somehow I just like, how you remember it? I was like, I just remember what that was, But no, it's what it is. It is from above certain people. Uh, from yeah, definitely though. It's just memories are core, and in a sense, I mean, maybe that's part of it. This is part of the system waking up, us all waking up anyway. We're all going to wake up. We're going to see, paradise. But that's part of the awakening is seeing the glitches in the system in the matrix, seeing the manipulation that something is doing. Us as a conscious collective, CERN, source, it showing us what we need to see. It's showing us to pay attention. And that's awesome. I love the sign. Signs are everywhere. And I love Emmy is a wonderful sign. Easy sign, easy sign. Only thing that remains between us is memory. And now Kobe did only once four. Ooh. See that dunking a while. What's going on, Yeti? No, before Vince. No, no. I almost want to wrong. Fuck out of here with that. I'm telling you what's going on. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm being nosy. Hold on. Give me that link. Just give me the commercial. That's crazy. After I watch the ads, Kobe. What part though? You got a minute time? You got a timestamp? Kobe, 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 Kobe. Is that the end? Last up? Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Go back. Or go back. No. Let's say unseen. No. Let's say unseen though. I never remember him doing that. No. We didn't know that. I don't remember him doing that. No. I was a Kobe fan. I'm a Laker fan. No. That is crazy. No. Vince was the first one to see. Vince saw that. That's an ME right there. Oh my goodness. No. That's an ME there for sure. Kobe? Man, we would see that in his highlights all the time. No, nobody talked about that. That'd have been huge. That would have been like, oh yeah, remember Kobe Bryant did it back when McGrady and them are dunking it. No, no one. Yeah, exactly. So it's like, what? No. Wow. Chat. Who was the first to do the? And if y'all not know what I'm doing, he's talking about the arm, the arm in the hoop. Vince Carter, when Vince Carter did the arm in the hoop, hung there, whole crowd went wild. He also won the slam dunk contest that year. That's what he's talking about. And they're saying Kobe did it first. No. No. We'd have heard about that. We would have heard. That would have been all over the place. Because you're going to be, oh, he did it better than Kobe when he was, no. That'd have been huge. That'd have been all over Kobe's highlights. I agree. It was Vinsanity. I agree. Vinsanity. I agree with you. All day long. Because Vince even did that. He did bounce underneath. He did it. He did one. That was actually probably one of the last few great slam dunk contests that we've had. But man, yeah, all day. Vinsanity. All day. Wow. Shocked. That shocked. I thought I was shocked about freaking Dayclone Tyrone. Yeah, I know that, but still, wow. That'd been all over the place. Chains hang on my neck like this Carter with his arm in the net. Yeah, exactly. Not Kobe. Yeah, you're right. Exactly. Not Kobe. At all. Wow. Gotta say. Well, there's a new Mandela effect for you. Where's my pen? My book. That's fucking crazy. What you call that dunk? I was call it harm in the net, but it's called the real thing. Come on, fingers. Oh, the honey dip. Yeah, that's what it was. Not Vince. Ah, man. Get out of here with this one. This fucking crazy. That's ridiculous. Mind. One day, we're gonna wake up. I was gonna wake up in a world just I remember. Man, a world I remember. Man, that's crazy. No, to wonder, it never fails to amaze me what this generation is kind of. I don't know what to think about it, man. I do not know what to think about it. Life, man. This is next. Next is gonna be LeBron jumping over the Kia car, not Blake Griffin. Because I was just thinking about the first person who jumped over a car in a slam dunk contest. Blake Griffin was that. So, or you're going to tell me Sean Burns was the first person to really do the free throw dunk? From the free throw line, dog. So, what you gonna do? What's gonna be next? It's terrible. It's fucking terrible. Okay, terrible. What really messed everybody up is if Jordan never wore 23. They flip. I swear he wore 23. That's crazy. But that's the cool thing about the Mandela effect. You know, it can appear, get the most odd, obscuring thing, and change it. And we all like, oh, what? And it's not the first time with the NBA, though. Neither. The banana boat, I remember the banana boat one with the big four for Miami. Was it Miami at the time or was it Detroit? Either way, with Dwayne Wade and all them, that picture that's been there too as well. Michael Jordan's the jump man is in pants. He said, "Yeah, what happened with that?" Now I was let's see if I can pull it up. NBA, NBA banana boat Mandela effect. You know me.
We're going on a ride, fellas. The banana boat.
Can y'all see that?
The Mandela effect with this one. You think that the banana boat consisted of the four basketball players, right? So Gabby jumped on front. Wade, Chris Paul, and LeBron, little arched back at the back there.
As the years go by, you'll be able to convince people Carmelo's on.
Yes, absolutely.
Definitely.
Yes, he was part of the vacation, but just didn't take the ride for some reason.
He's like, no thanks, I don't want to be a meme.
We're going on a ride, fellas.
People are saying, "Oh, I'll definitely bring it back. Definitely bring it back." But people are saying now, people remember Carmelo on that, not fucking what's her name, Gabrielle. So I can get a picture. Yeah, he wasn't on. He was supposed to be. Everybody remembers Carmelo Anthony being on the boat instead of Gabrielle. Yeah, Dwayne Wade's wife. It's not gay. Everybody's laughing. The whole thing was about Oh no, but it was supposed to be. It was supposed. Carmelo was on that because it was the four. Because everybody wanted to get Carmelo down there to Miami, and that's what it was, and a huge thing. But anyways, still with the NBA, you had Michael Jordan and the Jumpman. Now he's the Jumpman. We all remember it was shorts, but it's actually pants. It's jump warm ups, and his legs are a lot further than they used to be. And it's man, so there's a Mandela effects always goes back to ones they always hit, and it's so crazy. Gabrielle Union, that's her name. Sorry, I couldn't get all that damn word out. My head mine was thriving names in my head. Gabrielle Union. But yeah, And it's the weird thing is, you know, what gets me to why, in a sense, that we can't put the Mandela effect in manipulation because I got to go with with that because the Mandela effect doesn't just affect movies, music, sports, events, and it affects people, global. Wow, it's like everything. So mass manipulation on a whole. I brought this up in my seminar. It was about there's the theories behind it and saying it's a whole of a military psyop on our minds, MK Ultra. And no effing way you can't do that to the masses. But yet, especially with ones who got you can't change the masses like that. It's too hard. It's too much. Well, vibrations, sound, and makes me question what I just said. But it's all speculation. But there's no way forces would be out there psyop, military psyop, and everybody on the Mandela effect. Truly, I think the system's falling apart. AI's got the computers and the internet, and it's running the news stations. They can all, it's all falling apart, and realities are melting together. Reality is just we're seeing the truth for what it is, and it's sad we're seeing a digital age getting erased in a sense too as well, because with the Mandela effects, we have these memories, yes, of what they are and what it is and what it was, but we will never have that backlog of what it is, or the true existence of what it is, because it's getting erased. That's sad. That's heartbreaking because I mean, yes, memories we can pass on and have, you know, till it's time we forget our memories, we go somewhere else. You know what I mean? But it's sad that it's getting erased. That history, that memory, what is getting getting erased. What's going on, Joe? John, excuse me. It it's sad. It's heartbreaking because, and who's telling here from 10 years and now we're going to have any kind of evidence left over, you know, except, and I think, Hawk, what's going on? I think, for us that have it and we have these like figures, memorabilias, knickknacks, that have that phrase, hoping they'll never change. And maybe we can keep them to continue it, but it is hard. It's hard now in the digital age, with the digital age being erased and reformed to a new information and get the old information out. It's sad, lost media. It hurts. And, it's gonna really hurt. Cheers, brother. It's good seeing you too, man. Always. So, like, even the Bible changes, like the verses being about the lion and the lamb. Yeah, the wolf. Yeah, all day, all day long. Oh, the Last Supper. Just everything with religion, the religious buying out. So, what else is the other one? Revelations with the horseman. It used to be like Plaskimus, whatever it is, but now it's conquer or conquerish, whatever it is. Two conquerish, faminish, something. I don't quote me on all and war, but war and conquerish is the same, or conquerish is the same thing as war. So, four horsemen. Oh, she didn't want to speak it, you old bitch. No, conquest, war, famine, and death. But it used to not be conquest. It used to be, what was it, Placimus or something like that. But now it's not there. Hold on, Mandela effect. You know what I'm looking for. Oh, Pescabille, whatever it is. I can't say the word. Sorry, but you know what I mean. It is, yeah. Uh, he's a jealous God. It's it is it's crazy. It is. It is hard. When it, even the last of the what you call it, the Last Supper, or not the Last Supper, but the Lord's Prayer. Yeah, change too as well. It's so hard. It does hurt. I think Mandela effects, and it can be great, but man, they could hit the core too as well. And I think it changed in the book so it can wake up the religious ones to see that this world is being manipulated. And you don't really hear so much of that come out from that side. It feels like the religious side of Mandela effects, which I rarely want, not Mandela, but Mandela effect people, or see it, the Mandela effect in the religious area, don't don't really yell about it, don't really wow it, and they kind of brush it off. Maybe we read it wrong, or it was a different version, so that's difficult for people too. I don't see any major religions leaders. Yeah, exactly, exactly, AK, exactly. It, it's it's sad, especially for those who thrive and live by the book, live and die by the cloth in the book. You figure when the word has been changed, you figure they would bring it up, right? Ask why, not brush it off. But isn't that kind of what modern day religion is anyway? Did they brush stuff off? Unfortunately, they don't see it. They see it the way they want to see it. The manipulation, the Kool-Aid. What is going on, by the way, everybody in the chat? Y'all, much love, y'all. Happy freaking Wednesday, y'all. Big ups. Did have an interview today. Just waiting on a call back. I'm waiting on a call back on actually 3 jobs now. So Wednesday brings in great days. Always a good day, man. Big ups. Hope everybody's having a great one out there, man. Thank you for joining. If you haven't seen freaking They Clone Tyrone, check it out, man. Forget about the whole cloning shit, which this it has so many messages messaged me last night. Anyways, but yeah, it is. I don't understand why they don't bring it out. I don't understand why Mortal Leaders doesn't acknowledge what's going on. And I guess it's because they don't want to acknowledge that it is happening, that it is changing. You don't want to bring more fear. That makes no sense. Bring more fear to the masses. You don't want your congregation to question what you're being taught to, what you're being spelled. I'm being spelled to. And so that's it's hard. It's tough. But I've also, I've seen a lot of people start getting away from that area and start speaking of, start leaving their churches and the religion, religious cults. God, I hate saying that too. I don't. But, start leaving, and, you know, asking me those questions. I had a couple that were at the conference, and, they were Mormons actually, and they had just left because they had questioned the books, and so I think the ones who are questioning, they will question, they will wake up, they will see the truth, and they'll start waking up to it, and they'll start understand by manipulation the manipulation. I was trying to think of another word, but yeah, it is such a crazy world. Crazy, crazy world. But what can we do? You know, all we can do is keep our light strong. And I wanted to say faith, but yeah, it really is. Faith is whatever, faith is what you make it. Don't take it how it is, but keep a sense, believe, and just spread your knowledge and just enlighten people and question people. It's it's the way we get knowledge. Knowledge is everything, and we need to spread our knowledge. So what are we going to do with all this knowledge and we don't tell nobody about it? It's going to disappear. It's going to go away. Steeler fan? Yes and no. I'm not a full Steelers fan. I'm actually a big full Raiders fan, but I had family and stuff from Pennsylvania or from that area, Philadelphia area and stuff like that. So it comes down. Yeah, I like it. I love him. I love him. I ain't gonna love him. I love Jerome Bettis, the bus, man. Like Dale Stewart when he was out there. Yeah, oh man. It hurt time, man. On freaking Heinz Wards. It's Heinz Wards? Yeah. Oh yeah. It's great teams back in the day, boy. It's don't watch much sports much these days now since it's kind of, you wake up and you see it. You're like, ugh. Sir, what is your best guess on what's causing the Mandela effect? Sir, you can call me Lee. So I take sir. You call me Lee. What's causing it? I'd say everything, but in sense, quantum computers reload and regenerate themselves. We're changing energies, morphing, but I also believe it's a lot of our collective consciousness. So a lot of people are waking up in this world, and the more people wake up and come aware to their surroundings, their awakenings, their sense, even their sense. Yeah, I say spiritual, but they know what I mean. Come in themselves and they understand what's really going on. They wake up. The Mandela effects, conspiracy theories, but it all has it when people are starting to be fed up too. And it's the collective consciousness. The people in the collective are the ones who are awake. We've been awake for so long. The power has grown so big, and the energy is getting so strong. We're starting to manipulate the simulation. The master, that's a good one, bro. We're manipulating the simulation. All this can be manipulated. It's just sound waves, material. All this could be manipulated. So it's just reloading. We're just splitting off, and it's collective consciousness. CERN probably helped a little bit with the energy, good and bad. Like I said, but usually it's the quantum computer. It's the main hub of what runs this, keeps it in order. You think about plants, you got to plant, you got to replant plants, repot plants, into different pots and replate it so they can grow even bigger, get even stronger. And in a sense, that's what the universe is doing with us as a collective and a whole. And I think a lot of that's got to do with the Mandela effect too. It's just changing everything. And the Mandela effect is a huge, what is actually, like I said, it's probably one of the real right in your face ones of them all day long, you know. And like I said, a lot of people discrete it, and I'm pressed for it. It's sad. I personally remember when getting two. I'm getting two, and it's Big Ben, and it's only one cover to get the first one with Big Ben. Wow, I thought Ben got to. I had to come back. I think he got. I believe he got to. It could be 5G or a warning of 5G with strong. It's going to make people think things that aren't real. Yeah, yeah. Well, sound waves, yeah, all day. I think that's got to do a lot with it too. I think. I think Uh, well, 5G is definitely is keeping us controlled. It's using the battery off of us. It's kind of like the Matrix. They're using energy to draw it out of us. The shot that we everybody, not everybody, but the masses that got during the pandemic was chipped. It wasn't chipped. Well, it was chipped. I don't know what you want to call it. Let's just call them micro, nanobots. It was nanobotted. A nanobot to basically absorb your energy through these systems to power it is, because really we can power everything trickly through us if we really wanted to. And we ground ourselves and we figure it all out, get all this noise out. Oh yeah, but yeah, it is. They're trying to. It's manipulating minds. It's manipulating vibrations, and people are seeing different things. You remember the whole purple lights, the black lights that were out there? People were seeing different stuff, and it's there. I really do. It's nanobite systems. It's sound waves. I mean, they're putting it in the skies that micro dust. You think the stuff's not real, but it's real. Even you got to put it in the rain, and you got to everything that it's in now. So I think maybe some people are affected to the mass. Most people are, I think the ones that are woke won't even know it. What's going on? I think most people will. People who are awake won't. We see it. It doesn't affect us as much. It won't affect us. We know how to play with that energy, but most the masses, it's going to, it messes with people. I kind of, in a sense, now I think they use that to do majority candidates. Majority candidates, majority. I can't even say the word. Majority candidates. Sleeper cells, sleeper cyber. Sleeper soldiers. I think they do use that in their sense to make things happen. Right? Might sound far fetched, but all day I do believe so. You know, and I hear it all. It's out of nowhere. All of a sudden, you hear a lot of things. If I was hearing voices, something was in my head. Tell me, I don't know if he. Well, tell me, yeah, he did. He did win two of them. I know he did. But yeah, but it's hard. It's hard to tell. It is really hard to tell. It's just not one thing causing the Mandela effect. It's a variable of everything. But in a sense, if we were all dreaming the same dream, we're all waking up from it, and we're seeing. But I think it was a fact that at certain states of our vibrational levels of everything, not just us, but everything, the world, the vibration, earth, you know, it's vibrational, it's electronic, it's energetic, it's magnetic, it's energy. And when we have certain events and certain times, like 9/11, mass fear, you had fear. You throw it out, you throw everybody's shit on whack. It happens. We did it during the pandemic. Fear. Put your mask on, or you're gonna get sick. Fear. So when you bring vibrations in certain ways, it's just so much variables in it, and then it's I like the idea of not knowing, but damn, I sure do want to know. I think that's what all we want to know, but it's a variable of everything. Everything. That was good, alien. We are all Sims. The changes from the controller warning us to stop our current direction. Yeah. I that's funny you say that because I remember when like my first diving down into psychedelics, and it was on DMT actually. And I took a couple of hits of DMT, and I just laid down, and I kind of had this little. My head was I had a little headache, and I was just rubbing my head, and I was like, man, if I could push, I was like, and I pushed like right where my headache was hurting, and I pushed it down, and it went away. Everything came to me. I was like, man, Sims. It was like the simulation Sims. Can I mold myself and everything? It was just crazy how it happened. But yeah, I do believe it's part of the Sims too. That's the whole quantumish moving us. Maybe you're right. Our guide's showing us. There's things without this in this realm that we can't see throughout these realms that we can't see and observe, but they are observing us. And it's amazing. And it's uh it, I had a fucking brain fart. I lost my mind. I had a brain fart. Was supposed to come out. I'm not going back to it. Yeah, NPCs for sure. Was oh man, I done got halfway back. I'm pretty sure they did something to me along the lines. It's got it's, I used to. I think they get me every time when I'm meditating. So all the time when I'm on meditation. But they all got us. They all got us when we were young. They they all got us. You know, cartoons. I mean, a lot of us played outside. Yes, this was one of the things we did on Saturday morning. We got up Saturday morning. We got up, got our cereal, and went right to the cartoons. Saturday morning cartoons got us. And for us, it grew up, a little bit, and as Nickelodeon and stuff, I think Nick got us a little bit. It was early program. It wasn't so thrown in our face that it is now. But yeah, they got us. School got us. We had to break out of it. But yeah, I do think they still get me too now these days, especially last night, man. They threw the goddamn rock and roll elves and got me, man. Instead of I was fortunately look around and see so many. Yeah, that's what I was watching freaking they clone Tyrone last night. It's like I saw it already, but I had some shrooms hiding and it was just dude, oh my gosh. It just confirmed how many background players, how many NPCs are can be around at any time. It was even crazy that his mom. Oh, I don't want to give it away. I'm not giving it away. If you haven't seen They Clone Tyrone, highly recommend it. Look past the whole cloning. Well, they cloning Tyrone, which you'll get that too. But yeah, watch it. Oh my god, wow! And I watched it much from last night. Crazy Haze. I have it on. We need that. There are no nuclear weapons as described. Wow, no nukes. Eh, you know, probably not. It could be, probably, could not be. There ain't no gold in Fort Knox. I'll tell you that. I want to see that. I love Trump when he said that shit. Wouldn't it be amazing? Wouldn't it be cool? We go there and there's no gold in Knox. There'll be no gold. Yes. It'll be amazing. There were no gold. There were no gold. You got that right. Ain't no gold in there. There's no gold in there. Let's swoop it up. Ooh. Oh, yeah. It's true. To how do I relay it your way? I have it's in my description, buddy. It's in my description. Make it easy, Alan. It's in my description. It should be in my description. I think I put it in my description. Should be. If not, it's on my about page or about me page or more about me page, front of my page. Something like that. There you go. Yeah, it is overwhelming, bro. It is overwhelming. For my personal, it was 5G, then the Mandela effect, then flat Earth. I don't see any differences with 5G, so maybe 5G isn't making me think the Mandela effect and flat Earth is real. Funny thing is, I don't think 5G really affects us. Mandela effect definitely real. Our flat Earth, it's not totally flat, but we flat. I mean, I can't say we're totally flat, but we ain't round. We're not a spherical board. I hate to say it. You know, it's in every ancient book that we have depicting a dome over us, and you can't put a dome over a ball. They would think there's two sides of that scale. You know what I mean? But no, we are definitely flat. We can't get out this son of a bitch. And it's way bigger than we fucking can ever imagine this whole fucking plane being right now. So it's yeah, all day long, all day long. I'll prove it. I can't go to you and prove that the Earth is flat, but it's just depicted. It's depicted in every ancient book you can imagine, every religion. They told you in Men in Black, you know, 3,000 years ago, people knew the world was flat. 15 minutes ago, you just learned that you weren't the only species on Earth. But hell, I don't know for sure, but I believe a little. My gut tells me it's true. You know, plus, why would it be on the most right? Why would it? Was it Palms 1906 be on Van Bount's freaking grave? The only thing on the Nazis' grave. Everything like being taught. History, negative seems. Yeah, everything. Cartoons. Hold on. Cartoons. Then outside. Cartoons and then at 12 outside for the rest of the day. All day, master. All day. It's house short all day long. This is what we did. All right. We can go outside now. Man, speaking of brain fart, sometimes I think it's just getting so worse. This is Rexon to stop. Yeah, I do that too. To stop thinking so deeply, the brain starts going into holes. Hey man, overloading me. What do you never winning championship? Oh, I'll have to check that one out too. Crazy. What did they have people do? What did they have people do for a nuclear drill? Well, we got that little warning. And these little things of warning. Go inside and hide. It's go inside and hide. Go to the lowest or most safest room, away from windows and hide. What the fuck are you gonna do with a nuke, dude? We played Fallout. What are you gonna do with a nuke? All right, I'm inside. Wash yourself. They're going to underground bunkers. We're never get into an underground bunker. We can't. We don't have those here in Florida. Okay, we get underground. We're gonna flood. Yeah, do what we did in school for a tornado drill. Get on our knees and pray, and put our hands on our knees. Go in the hallway. I'd understand. They'd help you exactly. And then they tell you, like, if you're outside and you've got some of the stuff on you, the nuclear ash, go inside and shower immediately. Why would I want to wash myself with fucking water that's being, well, I guess I don't know if it'd be temporary. It'd still be good enough. No. It's like around the whole damn house. Oh, man, it is so true. Rumors that Trump has the gold seized from the Vatican. Oh, for his last presidency. Well, that's going to be very, very odd too, because when this pope passes away, it's the last pope, man. We're not going to have another pope. It's really times are when they've written, they told you already what's going on, so it's happening. But yeah, oh, that's crazy. So I wonder what they got down in that Vatican. I want to see all the stuff they got in the secret storage. I want to see the little glancing mirror that can see into the past. I want to see. I want to see that stuff. I want to know what they got. Maybe I don't want to know what they got. I don't want to know what they got. They got some demonic shit there. I don't want to know. I don't want to know what they got. I don't want to know what they got. Ed McMahon in the North Pole freaked me out. And I started digging. Oh man, Ed McMahon will destroy you. North Pole, yeah, no ice, destroy you. Or a whole bunch of water. It's crazy where it's at. Shoot, even maps they're creating with freaking Cuba growing. South Africa or South America getting so much closer. Is that South America? Getting closer. All of it's close. It's just like the map is just getting crunched up or just expanding. I don't know what it is. Like it even looks like now Russia and Alaska, because Russia and Alaska are like right there. It almost looks like they're touching noses. Speaking of proof that it don't check out drawings, flame marks. You think you think we're saying you're full full baloney? They're saying you're full of baloney, huh? I don't know, but yeah, it's. Like I said, I, it's so hard to tell. I don't know. Think might be up down. It's. I love to see it all so much. I was just like all the disclosure to come right on out to us. I think that would be so cool. You know what I mean? I think it'd be so cool. I think it wouldn't freak out. I think it wouldn't freak us out. Just come out and just tell us all, show us all, turn off the lights, turn them on. I don't know what you want to do. Huh? What y'all doing up there? This is new. It's, I don't know. True. Trump had a replica of the Ark, the Covenant, in his estate 8 months before he was elected. Wow. Well, couldn't be the real one. Well, I guess it could be. I don't know. It wouldn't be the real one. Hell, did you see what he had? They have now. What he had in there now? He has the freaking Angel Eye that they're going to be opening up for FIFA. That he opened up for FIFA. That's even creepier too. Weird. Something might be happening on that day at FIFA World Cup. I think it's World Cup. Yeah. Yeah. They. I remember he did it. I remember Ed McMahon went to people's doors, the big old check. That's where the big check came from. And he was there. Hi, I'm Ed McMahon, and you're the winner of the Pub Appearance Last. The balloons and the flowers all day long. And a lot of TV shows remember it too as well. Tons of TV shows, tons of people remember it, tons of actors remembering it. I mean, TV show hosts remember it. I mean, she's even Jimmy Carter remembers it, or Jimmy Carson. I mean, it's crazy. And you're telling me Ed McMahon never showed up at anybody's house with a big check? Never appeared with a big check? Get out of here. Get out of here. We don't do that here. We don't do that here. All right, great. I have direct theory on the Mandela effect. What is the real time psyop to see how much history they can change before they act? Huh? Good. I mean, yeah. It's kind of like how they erased the history in the early 19 or late 1800s, early 1900s. How they erased all that history, all that technology, evidence, and wiped it basically away. And I can see it. It it make no sense. But like I said, it could and like it could be a form of control. Maybe we're under control. The ones who see it, we're under control, but we ain't flipping out of it. But yeah, I mean, I think to an extent, maybe some of them could be, but on another extent, no. It's just too big for them. I think it's not. That wouldn't be the great way to manipulate the world before they act. No, 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 because it just wouldn't be. It's just I wouldn't do it that way. it, I mean, I wouldn't. No, no. Just think what I would, how I know how I would do it. And I don't even know how I would do it, but Mandela effect wouldn't be it. Just because I guess it didn't. I guess maybe because I've done it too long, but not if you're trying to. I try to think of like United States. If you're trying to do it in one sense of a population, it's got too many. You got too many variables. I just way too many. I don't know, way too many. But then to do it to the whole world, you still. I mean, maybe you could do it to a little state town or here or there, but you couldn't do the whole fucking world. Too many variables. But I heard all about the thunderstorm generator. It makes particular air and fuel. It makes most perfect levels of oxygen. It's used to process doing something scientists can't explain. Uh, that's crazy. Thunderstorm. Well, I've seen the cloud maker, the big old cloud producer. See knows. And I wouldn't be surprised there's a geostorm up there. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's the Dutch boy. You know what I'm talking about. If y'all seen the story, yeah, you seen the movie Geostorm. I wouldn't be surprised. That's what Musk and them are doing over there with all their little Starlinks, making them little grids of weather control and yeah, Project Bluebeam. Yeah, definitely. If they can do certain towns, oh yeah, thunderstorm maker. Oh, free O and R. Well, that's crazy. And scientists don't know how to freaking. That's crazy. I can still see commercials in my head. North Pole ice caps. Yes. Oh, Boo's orbit rabbit comes out and has the crusts of the moon. Oh, yeah, does get you. North Pole gets you. Like, man, it's this world. It's just, you know, is it stretching itself apart like Pangea? Who knows? Is it grown? But it's growing. The Earth it's growing. Whatever is going on. The maps are growing. More islands are popping up than ever before. And it's like, these weren't here before. And then the heat plasma to be 100 degrees starts to process and it runs definitely only having to replace water. Wow. That's pretty freaking cool. You're talking about the cloud making remaining of using to be a lot of videos on YouTube. Yeah. Cube cities, yep. In the cloud. Yeah. 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 Media passing media or being erased. You see them all the time. Yeah. Clouds in the skies and little squares. You almost think there was places, things living up there. You know what else is going? YouTube is all those videos about 5-10 years ago, people finding two of the same thing that they owned, like duplicate glasses. Yeah, keys. Yeah, gosh, I can't say it's been that long. I've seen a few on TikTok where people have had earrings or had a ring that they're wearing, and there's like they got it. I've seen, yeah, I haven't seen that in a big while neither. That you think about it too, it's going to show up now that we're speaking in the ether. They measure over 100 degrees difference in temperature within 4 inches of. Wow. And that's just those ions that's up there in the sky? That's crazy. I'm looking in the sky like I can see the ions in the sky. It's just a roof, ceiling. It's crazy. That's crazy. Yeah. Well, in G Storm, they were freaking they made hailstorms, made volcanoes erupt, heat storms. They had everything. Tornadoes, tornadoes. They had air. They was doing everything. Craziness. Ugh. Yeah, hard to really truly pinpoint now these days where how big and full this manipulation is, and at the end of the day, really, it's everything. Everything is getting manipulated in a sense. Everything. Thank you. Oh, I don't mind. Hey, this community of community. I think communities come to, we all get together. We all like talking, having a good discussion. That's it's always good. Appreciate that, bud. That is crazy though. It is a life. I love it though. At the end of the day, when we are sitting, when we wake up and we see this stuff, it is shocking. It's amazing too, as well. But where where does it lead us? And that's another big question. Where does this all lead us? Where do we go from this? What do we achieve? Well, I wouldn't say what we achieve. We awake and we just achieve truth and knowledge and see the system for what it is. But where do we fully go from it all? Do we spread our message? Do we keep it to ourselves? Do we stop questioning? Do we dig deeper, go down those rabbit holes? Do we innovate on it? Evolve from these kind of things, the manipulation, or evolve from the Mandela effect itself. I mean, I think in a sense we can evolve from this, from these conspiracy theories, from the manipulation and the Mandela effect, because it is an evolution in a way, a mammal evolution. I'm making shit up, but it is an evolution. The ones that are seeing it, the ones that are going back and remembering those memories, the childhoods, those commercials, the video games, the movies, the music, uh, the smells, the taste. When you go back into that memory, that's what it's about. That true essence of life, of existence, of our memories of joy and where we've came and where we come from. And maybe the little kid in us too. Because for me, a lot of these Mandela effects in my life or in this world that are happened through my childhood. Majority of them happened through childhood. And those are those core memories that make you who you are. And it's such a great way to also evolve from those, too, as well. It's like, wow, okay. Then you question what you learned, you question school, you question church, you question reality. And, makes you evolve into a better person, a higher person, to elevate yourself. And at the end of the day, it kind of really makes you understand this whole part of consciousness. And it's really what we're trying to understand anyway. It's consciousness, subconsciousness, involuntary free will, observation. It's what we do. It's our instinct. It's we learn, we evolve. If we don't evolve, we die. So we have to evolve. Some of us will move to a higher vibration, to a higher a vibrational frequency in the response. So as others will keep at a lower vibration level and turn, recycle, and feed upon because, wow, they're demon flat. Yep, I always agree with that. I agree with that too. Is I do agree with you, bud. Is we rise in vibrations. Vibration levels. Vibrations are important, man. For us, our higher selves. This, once you, I'm gonna start teaching this to start talking about this, discussing this too. Is when you find yourself inside and you understand that energy, you or your true essence of who you are or what this whole thing is, what's processing. It's raise your vibration. It's man, it's wonderful. Yeah, people will get left behind, or they won't get left behind, but they will stay at that lower vibration. You're so right until they decide they want to rise. And this part of it is part of a reincarnation of our lives too. We've multiple people, most of us, and we've been here multiple times. We got locked, stopped, and asleep into this trap. And now we're waking up, understanding well what it is, the trap, the soul trap. Do you think people can? Excuse me. Do you think people? Do you think that people who can see and acknowledge the changes and maybe a different type of character in the simulation often call us crazy? Yeah, yeah, I think so. I And I think the reason why they call crazy is such a weird word. Crazy, to me, is a wonderful way for me. It is for us because we think outside the box. It's crazy to other people. Um, and yeah, people will look at us like we're fucking gone insane, like we're crazy. It all the time. It happens to me all the time too. People look at me like, and I know they call me crazy, and sometimes I usually it's when I bring up a Mandela effect. I like testing people that way. Testing people in public out that way, see an NPC or not, and testing them that way. And you can always see when you trigger something. You trigger an NPC, a different response comes out for certain people. But yeah, and it's like lost your tongue, gone crazy. You're loony. Looney Tunes. Oh, I'm loony. Oh, how do you spell that? It's. But yeah, I think it's cool. And crazy is not a bad thing. I think it's such a wonderful thing. You know, crazy ones to the crazy ones to think they can change the world are the ones that do, the ones that wake up the world. Shit. Think about it, man. There's a lot of people they called out there crazy that's put a lot of good stuff in our hands and changed our world for the good and for the bad. But oh, Hollywood's so run by the no, bro. Yeah, it is. Devil, it's all over there. It's all satanic. Acting like a good thing. I don't think. Yeah, I think those people are becoming vessels for these entities, and it leaves them hollow and broken when they are done with them. Like Jim Carrey's interview, his where he says there is no Jim Carrey. There was never was. It's scary. Yes. That interview was so deep, dude. It's so real. I don't know if you've seen Jim. Jim actually paints too, as well. He's a painter as well. He went. I think he at a time he went through a psychedelic experience. He went through some experiences. But yeah, I remember that interview talking about. No, I just played it. Jim Carrey was just a character. He's just a character. I'm not Jim Carrey. He was just a character. That's all I am. That's not all I've been. It's just characters. I've just played characters, and he's right. I do believe vessels, man. I think they are vessels. I A lot of them. That's why I think we see a lot of the familiar faces in different places. That is why we see. That's why the different vessels, different places, different faces. You know, definitely, definitely. It's sad, and I think that's we're seeing it as falling apart too as well because they're not. getting that kind of energy that they used to be able to rejuvenate their lives in a sense. You know what I mean? I was just so beating around the fucking bush on all that stuff. But yeah, it's oh yeah, Hollywood definitely, and that's why for me, I'm a psychedelic nut. I love teaching through movies. I know it sounds so demonic and terrible, but I know what they're trying to do. Once you do it, but that's where manipulation can also be a good thing if you use the tools that they are trying to do for you against them and for you. It's a wonderful thing. It's a great thing. And that's what I teach. I like to teach people to lose that kind of sense, their ego, their character into a different character, and to let it go, or let it go, unplug for a moment, you know, drop out, tune in, tune out. That's what it's about, and I love that way. But I'm weird too as well. I do it so different than a lot of other people, but I really do. I love doing it through movies because it's wonderful. And I'm not the one I'm throwing what I do myself to learn all this stuff and what they're telling us for in advance, but I do cool, nice ones, great ones, fun ones, enjoyable ones. So where it's love, it's great vibration, it's great, great way to do it. So, oh yeah, oh, but yeah, they are so terrible, man. Hollywood is bad as shit, and they even wonder why they call our toys as kid dolls. You heard about Wiki? Yes, yep, yep. I sure have. All right, exactly. That was not a fluke. Oops. Oopsie. No, that was not an oopsie. That was definitely not an oopsie. They knew what they were doing. They knew what they doing. They exactly knew what they were doing. And it's like, oh, okay. Yeah, so knew what they were doing. They tell us they tell us what they are. Yeah. And you hear it in songs. Ooh na na na, what's your name? Ooh na na. Yep. You hear it? La 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 la. You hear it all the time. Rah rah. It's all the time. It's you hear them. Certain different idols, certain different people they worship. They bring in the energies. It's what it is. Oh man, you're so right. Yeah, dude, I saw that too. Oh man, I saw that too. I've been avoiding that rabbit hole. I didn't want to. I've been so avoided that one yet. I don't want to go down that one yet. Oh man, yeah, that popped on my feed. God, 2 3 days ago, earlier last week, something like that. Yeah, I was like, yep. What have we come to? Goddamn, eating Ariel. Stay young. When you say when you say that, it makes me wonder. Yeah, that really plays a part in the grand schemes. I only listen to music. I listen to the spirit of the holy now. It just happens to be. That's good. Hey, yeah. I question. I question everything I do sometimes too when I watch movies. And the same thing when I understand, I listen to music, I watch. I can feel the frequencies. Even when I work, I used to work. When I worked at the ice cream place, it was a Christian place. They played Christian music. Yeah, I gotta admit, it was nice music. It was peaceful music. Trance me a little bit. I like this why, like you said, in Jamaica, is it Jamaican happened to be Jamaican? Is that what the Jamaican is? It? Appreciate it. Some good ganja. But yeah, he was oh dude, it's but I after I watched fucking Tyrone and the fucking influence last night, oh them championing the church. I don't know if I ain't seen that movie. I hate to pray. I know it's what a year and a half old, but man, and I watched it before. It's still cool, but it is a great fucking movie documentary. But what did you want to call it? But I was like, wow, and it's kind of what our church system has come to do, especially all over America. That is them dancing and trying. I mean, the whole up and jump and joy and all this stuff. Yeah, that's in church, but wow. Not a problem, bro. We can do that. I'll do that later when we get off here because I'm going to be here for like 15 more minutes. But when they were jumping around, they run the Kool-Aid. I was like, ooh, but yeah, I could see it, you know. But it's funny because I've also doing a little research because I'm going to be talking to a class, critical thinking class, sociological class. It's going to be with like about religion and stuff because I'm talking about my shamanry. And I got this list about like all these religions and all this stuff. And I mean, you'd be very shocked about this stuff. I've actually wanted to do a video about it. But it was like, man, there's, it also showed like what groups, like what certain outlets that they use. Some of them use Oxycontin. Some people use ecstasy. Some people, it's weird, dude. I'm telling you, I'm reading this shit. This shit's documented. And I'm like, what? Man, this is crazy. I was losing my mind. I was like, this is weird. But it is. It makes you really think. And that's why I did that video this morning before I went to my interview. I was like, man, it was on my mind. I was like, we have to be so observant and cautious of what we consume. And consume can be everything. I put consuming can be everything. So it is crazy. It's wild. And it rattled me, man. I don't get rattled so much. It was like, yeah. Oh, well, I'm not doing it. I don't want to do it. I don't go to those, but I don't do it. But it is so. It got me. I don't get so thrown through my trip. I've been doing this shit. I'm about 850 trips in, experiences in, almost 900, and not all the time it throws me for that kind of shit. But that's fucking threw me. Oh man, it just made me just want to tell people we just need to watch, be a servant what we're consuming, everything, and it's. Oh no, yeah, it's time. It's time for us to all wake up, man. The whole world is time for us to just wake up and say enough's enough. It's crazy. Oh man, I'll digest it all eventually. Oh, but it is what it is, man. That's a pill, They always tell you, boy, that pill, that good awakened pill, is not the best. It's not the easiest pill to swallow. It's still right here. It's not the easy pill to swallow. Yeah, I wanted to be it's when I was growing up. I ended up and being scared about that shit and food from decades. And oh man, it falls. Yeah, no, so falls on death's ears. It should be so much more elaborate now with bio food, everything, man. It should be so elaborate now these days. Some people got to set the alarm. Yeah, for real. Yeah, it's the sad thing is too. I mean, it's one lesson we always learn when we wake up. Once you put on the glasses, you can never take those glasses off. You'll never see things the way you used to see them, think the way you see it, and you can never put glasses. You can never make somebody put on the glasses, and that's tough. In our world, I was like, oh, you just wake up. This is all you want to do. Just wake up for me. And one day, But it's happening, man. It's happening slowly but surely as we go in, as 5D wakes up, the 5D world is waking up and we're emerging and our light's finally getting to shine through. They'll get there. And if not, they'll they'll have a chance. Not everybody's supposed to wake up all the time around. Some, a lot. This could be their first ever jot on this land in this arena of life on Earth. The soul trap. This could be their first experience. So they have no idea yet. So it's one thing that we also have to take in consideration. That's one thing I've learned too through just my studies is that, man, know how crazy it is how people can change on a whim and snap on a whim or whatever, different emotions or whatever. You still have to treat that with all love and respect because since you don't know how they're reacting to it, their mind might just broke down and fell apart. The egg might have spilled over. It just toppled over. Humpty Dumpty jumped. You always still got to show due respect and the love and happiness with that because it's just some people's a jolt. Some people don't want to hear it, but it's going to trust me. They are going to think about it. They will think about it. They will go home and like, you know what this crazy son of a bitch told me? He told me that the Monopoly guy had a monocle. And I never had a monocle. Her husband or whatever probably like, yeah, yeah, he did. What? So it always goes. It always goes. that was that was my that, that was me with my mom last week. I asked her how how would chop down a tree the size of a mountain. Well, two people took a saw and started screaming at her. Think about your answer before you say it. Oh, two people took a saw. I'd have walked out. I'd have been like, you gotta take it. It's like, you ain't taking me serious. Oh, that's funny to me. I'm sorry. That is, I don't mean to laugh, but it's funny though. Because it's something I'd probably say. That's something first I'd probably say because I'm a smart ass too, though. But I know the answer. I guess I did fucking some laser just took it in, burnt it down. They crushed it. What do you know? Man, they had a guy out there. He was sawing it down with his chainsaw. These big old saws like you see in old schools. No, fucking nobody did that shit. That's funny. I'm trying to make it. I told my sister blue light makes us fat. Then she get mad at me. Oh, glad you laughed. That actually is kind of funny. Is it blue light makes you fat? Hell, they use red light to freaking burn fat. Well, I could see that. Blue light special. Don't see many blue lights though. Used to see those freaking, like I said, those black light, those purple ones they had out there for a while. Man, I could see it. Fake light, man. I could definitely. I mean, can't put it past. Unfortunately, that's what it is. Manipulate cells within there. I mean, shoot, they got light that they can flash to make you have a DMT experience. And it flashes to make you hypnotized. So wow, light and shit like that. Certain lights can make you trip. So it's really can't put it past it. I mean, shoot, these days like I said, it kind of like little off the wall theories like that are fucking truths and facts these days. So that's even the cooler thing about it. Have you ever heard of the 100th monkey effect? If not, then check it out. What all the other monkeys were doing and one monkey was different, something like that. I can't remember. I've heard something about that. Yes. You know, old red light goggle, vision goggles. Yep. Yeah, because soldiers were seeing shit in them. Yeah. They were seeing demons and dragons and a whole bunch of stuff in there. Yep. Those red lights. Yep. Back in the day, the red light, the freaking night visions. People were, that's why I remember they were also trying to do, remember the freaking little VR, the virtual boy one thing? That's why that didn't last long either, too, because it was all that red shit. It was that red light. Yeah. I remember that stuff. They were flying over there, and they would put them on, and they were seeing spirits and demons. They were freaking out. Other people were like, there's nothing there. We don't see nothing on the radar. Yeah. And I said, yeah, the honor monthly it started until he's watching potatoes. Yeah. Yeah. All over the planet. Tubes tied to him in the sand. Yeah. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. Thrown in groups. Yep. Kind of that all that kind of goes with the whole our whole theory too. I guess you put the mushroom, you kind of put the stone ape theory in it. Shit, consciousness, gatherings, and it's amazing. Life. Well, this guy is about to get off. We've had a good chat. Man, I cannot not this. I love this. I love doing these things. I love talking to y'all live. I love doing these kind of conversations, breaking it down. You make my mind do so many other different things, so many different ways now. And it's awesome. I have so many other different revenues to spread knowledge, entertain us, that's awesome. Because like I said, if you check out the video earlier, I put out earlier before I went to my interview, and psychedelics, world manipulation. It's me just talking about my kind of my trip experience watching They Clone Tyrone, but the whole truth that it was, I'm just telling, man, that was I haven't done one of those kind of trip to the movie psychedelic things talks in a long time. And man, it was kind of nice to do. I got to do more of those. I got to start bringing that back, because a lot of people, I am that part. I love doing my psychedelics. My last channel was a lot of psychedelics, part of my stuff saying and removes. And I love that kind of open and awake experience. And now that this world is now stopped shunning that type of style, that type of awakening and enlightenment, it is so much easier now. And so much more people are getting involved in that. And it's an amazing thing. And it's actually starting to become a great way to release, learn, show love, and get love from the universe. Neither shaman, yeah. Yeah, they took a red laser pointer, laser and then invoked it. And Froggy Rio, wow, behind genetics and laser transferred. Wow. That's crazy. I saw this thing on TikTok where these guys they have this red light laser on this wall, and these guys are staring into it, and they can see a whole nother dimension, kind of like the fabric of the Matrix and stuff like that. Symbols. It's really cool, kind of seeing the Matrix within this reality, the number system, if you want to call it. It's really crazy. Oh man, it's never tripped before. If you ever do, if you ever have an experience, ever get down the line, if you ever do, is I always recommend, it's always a great way to reset. You know, first time, first time always shows you love. It always shows you love. You might cry a little bit, but it's part of the love. But it's a great way. I always say it's a great way to reset. But if you do SADS, do any kind of those kind of psychedelics, always remember to do it in a safe place. Don't go anywhere. Just be in a place. Lock your door. Just be a safe place. Safe place. Set and setting. This what you need. It's good music that you like and enjoy. If you like reading a book, or you probably won't be able to read a book, but if you like just like listening to music, relaxing music. If you like the color, you know, out in nature or take a walk. It's a wonderful thing. Don't do the Terrence McKinney 5 grams at one time, beginning people, because that doesn't. No, no, not recommended. Go easy, microdose, and just enjoy. It's not bad. It is, but it is an experience. A great way to reset. It's a good way to reset this whole system up here to a whole new other system. It changed my life forever, and I am a living proof of it. And I would never imagine being where I am from my first one to where I am now, and still going and learning and teaching. It's just amazing. And so it's never expected to be walking that path, and man, it changed my life. You ever seen the code in the walls? Like, yep, all the time. Actually, I look at the ceiling. It's funny because I look at the ceiling sometimes and I see the code. They talk to me. It talks to me. I know it's fucking stupid, but it sounds crazy and kind of obnoxious, but it's stupid. It's like I don't. I see the Matrix. It's crazy that way. Without drugs, sleep depression. I say, hey, I've heard. Yeah, I've been there before. Sleep is so weird and dead. Your mind does plays tricks on you. How many global resets? Excuse me. How many global resets you think there have been? 5. I think we've had 5. Actually, I pretty much it's certain there's 5. Been 5, I believe. I don't know what they all are, but 5. Scientists believe it's 5. I feel like the Matrix was telling you it's been 5. It's been destroyed 5, but I think we've had 5. I believe it is. It is shit. Please let us know what it's saying. Oh man, yeah. Sometimes it does. It's weird. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it's. I don't know. It's a gift. I always was pretty crazy, but it is a gift. I was given a gift to be able to dive down these holes, be able to see what I see, and still have this in my head. I laugh because sometimes I don't think it's in there, but it's there. It is there. Trust me, it's there. That knowledge is there. It comes out when it wants to, for sure. But it's man, oh, it's weird. Oh, thank you for saying it's not stupid shit. Using the Mandela effect is pretty trippy. Oh my god. Seeing the Mandela effect is a trip. Is a trip, and that's kind of how that kind of how I got into the Mandela effect. It was one of my first experiences on psychedelics in my 30s, like almost 8 years ago. Because I didn't take none for years. My first trip was actually a worse trip back when I was a kid. And I sat there, I watched The Matrix, learned it was kind of a simulation, and then next day I was sitting there and I flipping, and Mandela effect came up. It was life is like a box of chocolates, and pull that rabbit hole. Hey, it stopped. I hadn't even stopped. Hey, since that one, well, I kept on going and going and going and going. And I ain't stopped, man. It's crazy. It's symbols and graphics. I don't recognize them all. And see, it's numbers, it's letters, but it's not correct. It's not just like it's spelling out words. I can put it out words because I guess psychologically, I can see it. Yeah, I know what it is. Subconsciously, I know what it is, and it's like a conversation going on. But yeah, if I had to show you, it's weird. I don't know. It's like looking in the clouds and describing what you're seeing too. It's oh, I'm not okay anymore. Right, my head, things to things that don't work lately. I'm done. I definitely my soul for them. but I feel like I'm meant for more than to be food parasite. You are. We all are. I said, I'll say this before we leave. Everybody, everybody on this earth, everybody that's in this vicinity that has a consciousness, has a being, a feeling and emotions, we're here for a reason. We're all here for. There's no way we'd waste it. They'd waste it. Too many people want to come in this world. Too many people. But yeah, no, we all got something. I just learned. I've learned. I just figured out what I'm supposed to do. So we. It's a long run, man. It took me 40 some years to figure this shit out. I'm only 43. It took me 40 years to figure this shit out. And man, I'll tell you, it still doesn't get easier. Even after my experience last night, was just thinking about, man, how many people are out there are real? How many people in your normal day life are real? What's there? And it's like, oh, it destroys you. But you can't beat yourself over. It's why it's like I gotta let it go. In a sense, I'm gonna drive myself crazy. I think my first Mandela effects were Looney Tunes and Back to the Future 2. Biff using the DeLorean to fly back, and he says, "What in the hell is going on?" Yeah, he never said. Oh, at the end, yeah, that was a crazy one too. A DeLorean, because that's what I remember him saying. A flying DeLorean. That's what I remember him saying. Flying DeLorean. Odd. That's what I remember him saying. Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream. Merrily, 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 merrily. Yes, it is. Life is but a dream. Yeah, it is. And we're waking up from it. We're waking up fast. One source seems to experience that energy from us. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yes. Doesn't not take. Oh, it is. The vampire. Oh, in the beginning of it? No, also, I don't remember that one. I have to recheck that. I have to re-see that one. But no, oh yeah. We're energy. They try to feed off of vibrations. It's what social media does when you get phones lock screens, screen locked, and you get scrolling, and it's all energy. It's to keep you low. It's all that fucking bad vibration. All I can say with that is, man, just good vibrations. Do something that makes you happy. Shake it off. Hug a tree. Ground your feet. It's it's tough. It's tough, and it's difficult, and it is. It's sad to know that these people are using this, using it against us to keep us that way. But that's changing, and that's the cool thing about it all. It is changing. It's changing. It's changing. It's changing, and it's a wonderful thing. It's going to change. Ah, this has been a great conversation, everybody. I'm gonna get out of here, man. It's been wonderful. I'm getting hungry. So I'm hungry. Getting too. Talking with you helps, man. That's great, my man. Thank you. I'm glad that does. And it's, like I said, I don't have the answers. I don't have the answers. I've lived enough experience to know, just try to do and to get through. I know it's fucking crazy. Those minds, this stuff, this world is overpowering, overconsumption of everything. And sometimes you just gotta sit back and just let it go. Let it worry, let it float off. Still gonna be there, but you're not going crazy. You're not losing it. It's tough. You're not alone. You are not alone. That's one thing I've definitely learned too. We are not alone in this. Oh, this has been great, man. Thank you, everybody, for joining in today. It's been a pleasure. I'll see you on the flip side for sure. It is awesome to me. None of us seem to have answers about what we need, but a lot of questions we don't. Questions we had. It is, and that's why we're here. It's acknowledgement, enlightenment, and it's fun to find them out and work it out together. It's the big question of the world is, might not have the answer, but we can all come to a good kind of a great, our own self conscious about it in a sense, make us happier at the end of the day. Wonderful, y'all. Love y'all to death. Y'all have a great one. Allie, I'll hit you up in a moment. And man, with that, man, y'all always keep your mind open because those eyes will always see everything in front of you, y'all. Y'all stay safe. Namaste. Much love. And man, keep your minds open, man. I'm with y'all. Y'all not alone out there. Love you.